The church bell tolled once. Then twice, echoing through the empty valley like a heartbeat fading away. Rain smeared across the windows of the old chapel, where Emma sat in silence before her father's coffin. The room smelled of candle wax, wet wood, and regret. Every drop that hit the stained glass windows seemed to whisper her name, as if the storm itself remembered her sins. She wanted to speak, but grief weighed heavier than her voice. The coffin stood like a dark reminder of everything she never said. Her father had been harsh, yes, but he had also begged for forgiveness before he died. She had refused. "You can't take back years of hurt," she had spat, and walked away. That was the last time she saw him alive. Now, as thunder growled above the chapel roof, she wondered if her silence had summoned something far worse than guilt. When the pastor left for the night, Emma stayed behind, saying she needed one last prayer. But prayer was the last thing on her mind. She just wanted quiet, a chance to breathe without the world's noise. Yet silence became its own form of torment. Every creak of the floorboards sounded like someone pacing behind her. Every gust of wind rattling the windows felt like fingernails scraping to get in. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. She almost ignored it, but curiosity won. She pressed the answer button. "Hello?" Static filled her ear. Then a slow breath. Then, her father's voice. Emma, her blood froze. The voice was faint but unmistakable, heavy, distorted, coming from somewhere cold. "I forgave you." The call ended. The silence after was louder than thunder. She dropped the phone. It landed face up, the screen glowing against the dark wood. Her reflection stared back at her, pale and trembling. Then, the coffin creaked. The sound was sharp, real, undeniable. She stared as the lid shifted, an inch, maybe two. Her breath caught in her throat. "No," she whispered, backing away. "That's not possible." The candle nearest the coffin flickered, then went out. Shadows spread across the walls like crawling smoke. The air turned icy, her breath came out visible. Then she heard it, footsteps. Slow. Dragging. Coming from inside the coffin. Her heart screamed inside her chest as she stumbled back, tripping over a pew. A low voice filled the air, thick like smoke. Too late, she ran toward the door. But it slammed shut with unnatural force. The crucifix above the altar fell, shattering into pieces. The phone buzzed again. The same number. Her trembling hand reached for it. And she answered with tears streaking down her face. "Please stop," she cried. But the voice said calmly, "You wanted forgiveness. Now earn it." Lightning flashed. For an instant, she saw a shadow behind her. Tall. Broken. Familiar. When the light faded, the shadow remained, standing just a few feet away. Its head tilted, bones cracking. "You waited too long," it said. The voice was her father's. But wrong, hollow, echoing from beyond the grave. Forgiveness doesn't wait forever. Emma collapsed to her knees. "I'm sorry," she sobbed, voice shaking. "I was angry. I didn't mean it. I forgive you." The figure stood still. Its skin flaked away like ash. "You forgive me," it rasped. "Then forgive yourself." The lights flickered again, and the figure stepped closer. Until it vanished into smoke. For a moment, silence returned. Emma stood, breath trembling, heart still pounding. She looked at the coffin. It was closed again, untouched. Maybe it was over. maybe it had all been in her head. But then she saw her phone lying on the floor. A new message blinked across the screen, voicemail, 1:12:01 a.m. She pressed play. Her father's voice whispered, faint but clear. "You're next." The screen went black. The candle flames all died at once. Something cold brushed her shoulder, invisible, but real enough to make her scream. The townspeople found the chapel door open in the morning. The coffin was empty. Emma's phone lay beside it, cracked, playing a looped voicemail that whispered only one phrase, "Too late, too late." The pastor buried the phone beside the coffin, thinking it would end the curse. But it didn't. For nights after, calls started coming to random townsfolk. Always the same unknown number. Always the same whisper, "Forgive me." Those who answered said they saw shadows outside their windows the next night. Those who didn't answer vanished. One night, a little girl picked up her mother's ringing phone and said, "Hello?" A gentle voice replied, "Tell Emma I forgive her." The girl said, "Who's Emma?" But the voice just laughed softly. "You'll find out." After that night, no one used a phone after midnight in Brindle Hollow. The locals said the dead still tried to speak through the static. A few dared to test it, journalists, ghost hunters, thrill seekers. None stayed alive long enough to tell what they heard. A year later, a traveler came through the town and found a broken phone by the roadside. On the cracked screen, a message flashed endlessly, "Forgiveness missed call, 999. He took it to his motel, charged it, and turned it on. At 12:01 a.m., it rang. He answered. A woman's voice whispered, "Forgiveness was too late." His room lights flickered. The next morning, the motel staff found his phone on the pillow, still ringing. In time, the town of Brindle Hollow was abandoned. The church fell into ruin. But every year on the same night, when thunder rolls across the sky, travelers on the nearby road say they can hear a phone ringing somewhere in the dark. Some say if you answer it, you hear your own voice from the other side saying, "I forgive you." But everyone who's ever picked up that call has disappeared.